The Value for Money Office Bill seeks to address chronic inefficiencies in the public financial management system, particularly those arising from inflated contracts, abandoned projects, cost overrun, and wasteful spending. This bill aims to ensure that every cedi spent by the government delivers the maximum possible benefit to citizens in terms of economy, efficiency, effectiveness, equity, and sustainability.
Finally, according to the Finance Minister Ato Forson, there will be a proper accountability. No more huge contracts. Near Treska Cassiel, na amanfo ji cutbacks na yemfa mfaso bi ama. Politicians and friends omunya appointment will take advantage of we want to do this. Na omedi ska kakaka as agenda 111 ye. Nyasa bi anim. Where's all African Games? Sky spent over $200 million. Nyasa bi anim. Because there's no proper scrutiny. The finance minister finally have tabled a value for money office bill. Yeah, passing namabe into law. Said any one cedi you take, you account for it.
The Value for Money Office Bill seeks to address chronic inefficiencies in the public financial management system, particularly those arising from inflated contracts, abandoned projects, cost overrun, and wasteful spending. By institutionalizing a value for money framework, this bill aims to ensure that every cedi spent by the government delivers the maximum possible benefit to citizens in terms of economy, efficiency, effectiveness, equity, and sustainability. Furthermore, the establishment of the Value for Money Office will create a specialized and independent oversight institutions with the technical mandate to conduct value for money assessment, issue value for money certificate before major contracts are awarded, monitor compliance, and ensure sanctions where violations occur. The overarching objective is to ensure fiscal discipline, reduce waste, promote public confidence, and strengthen the governance and accountability architecture of the country. Mr. Speaker, the bill also seeks to institutionalize value for money oversight and transform public financial management landscape of the country by reducing contract inflation and wasteful expenditure and ensuring uniform pricing across government. Finally, Mr. Speaker, this bill seeks to strengthen fiscal discipline and accountability, enhance public trust and investor confidence, and align Ghana with international best practices in public financial management. Right Honorable Speaker, globally, countries such as United Kingdom, Canada, Singapore, Slovakia, and United States have established statutory framework on value for money. Mr. Speaker, in the UK, for example, they've established the National Audit Office for Value for Money. The Canada, for example, have established the National Money Audit Manual under the Ministry of Finance as an independent body. The United States, for example, also have established the National Accountability Office for Value for Money to ensure optimal use of public funds. And so, Mr. Speaker, Ghana seeks to follow same and to ensure that every cedi count in the award of government contract. I so submit.
So, Ato Forson, Ato is making sure that there's prudent spending. You can't just stand up and be spending anyhow. I'm not surprised. I feel na mati the entire. Na lawyer and the appeal could be our MPP ni mapa. Na obo John the money mama. Ene Ato Forson abaso. I now understand why some of the MPP were complaining. Say Ato is not spending. Sana Ato mbese be this cannot by heart. At the end, I say hey. According to road minister Nanu, according to several other ministers, say over Ato Forson now here sika. Question no timi busa as a booklet. O busa question this obe answer me for that nti. So what do you say who are these zeros me o ha? Hona no shall says okay we dey my zero must say you every ho. Way any sema Ato Forson. I can't. Yesterday, I laid the value for money office bill 2026 before Parliament on behalf of President John Dramani Mahama. Yes, John Ababio, John Kwame Nkrumah, was say, I will make sure I'll build a foundation that even if the devil become a president after me, he cannot destroy Ghana. And this is the roadmap. We are still on course. This landmark legislation institutionalizes a binding value for money framework to ensure that every city spent achieves economy, efficiency, effectiveness, equity, and sustainability. The proposed office will issue mandatory value for money certificates prior to the award of major contracts. The proposed office will issue mandatory value for money certificate prior to the award of major contracts. Conduct independent technical and financial assessments, monitor implementation, and enforce sanction for breaches. And the oil contractor, now your amount says $70 million. Fakoya Cocoa Road. Now said the Nancy it is MPP. $70 million at Cocoa Road. But road na yanye. Sikasu ye waje ehun certificate. Ye de babe monitor. Ni evaluating. And at the end of the day, ye hu sika, ye hu kwan anakwan no ye. Ba kwan ye go wie no. As enwie peyo. Ntaman. Pressure ba be foul. We need the Ato Forson. E ka che miru ne. Pressure e ba be foul. Now, conduct independent technical and financial assessments, monitor implementation, and enforce sanctions for breaches. It will also introduce pricing benchmarks across government to curb contract inflation and procurement distortion. And Ghana na bedo. Iwe mu twetwe kwan, mu wie na mansa misu. The way Ato Forson utwetwe kwan no. This is why I said John Mahama kwa. The next person said in the buy Ato is Forson. Just say papa no my feeling is me feeling we. Na the over to the boss here church asem no boko no. I said the only class 1 ni na edi nkomo. O say hey, ye wie asa at the benchmark Ato pricing no. Edi untimi nga say ade obi akoto no 10 Ghana wodwom. Unko ade uko the same dwom na 50 Ghana. How? Yet me see the man John Mahama the first time ye to abati ani di na temanu no. 6 unit classroom blocks. Na ni appointee bia be ka kire say or the 1 million Ghana cedi and $1 million any see. Now I so obviously the same 6 classroom block ni bi e dia check. Ono a wasi di check no. Spend e bi $100,000. No be says how? Ade na government dey no e 1 million. Na e bedru your friend is saying a private person they say $100,000. Ato Forson said the time has come to end all this nonsense. And men also say be any way na eti ana mususu na say mo imagine say contract na na me first way ye no ejai abana wie also countries such as the United Kingdom, Canada, Singapore, and the United States operate similar statutory oversight regimes. Ghana is aligning with global best practice. Wow! Strengthen fiscal discipline, accountability, and public confidence. This is a decisive step toward eliminating waste, improving project delivery, and safeguarding the national purse. Brofina that's here no me see the headline of the day. This is a decisive step toward eliminating waste and improving project delivery and safeguarding the national purse. Na kura na say wey yedi beyi wona odi sika basa no. Omo a omunya government appointee, omo party ba power. No omunya opportunity say omo serve the country a. Country rather serve omo stomach, on bank account, omo purse mu, omo spending on their frivolous things. Enrichment of their families. Wey ebe kati sankwase waste no e dey free ho. Sa value for money office bill no adwuma e ba no. At the same time it's going to improve project delivery. It is say unim say 10,000 Ghana and e dey am na ori adwuma. Ya more timeline as we dey we follow timeline no. We issue the same budget now the buy no. Aye die atum no. And one obey issue. And meaning say after the year benya quality delivery. As I say oji sika na the year kwan na 10,000 Ghana cedis. Kwan ye say ya you expect such quality. Say ya who that value for that money na you give you na e benya sem. And bebre na de bia na ye taka chere say we know the cost of everything but the value for nothing. For that reason people overprice things, give us high cost. But the value in return, according to Ato Forson, the finance minister, the value for money, office bill now, they are called to parliament, say you will deliver the same standard based on the money received. Because government has been overpaying since the day. Since the day, almost every contract, it might be can you imagine that agenda 111 logo no kwa design here? Scale try. Mahama the first time 2012-2016 yes the ayalolo bas about branding keke kwasi bi koye sika odi koye no atire ye man finance can be and ye ni de bia ye hwe bia bro so se ono ani bottom sika ana odi koye a project a less amount obenya quality delivery nemom a government there obenya inferior delivery yet a high cost. I am more than the ono. Ekonya na high cost. A good value no. Ebine Nazia government president ni portrait ya no so printing. Did you know why I so unprinted? Nanga president picture here printed da kobo appointees office there. Nanga ye printed back on kai menu me printed portrait pictures de bia. I'm 200 500 Ghana. But a government in there, correct come so. But I could be able to print 10,000 Ghana cedis. And John Dramani Mama, he knew. Said 2016, on him secure fast outside. Yes, I hand it over from another time. And the man, no, he knew the amount of money I almost spending on outside. And I was mean, you be on this can go print it. On my print, and my print. And more come office. Go to the CEOs there. MDs and the office. How much did it cost them? So we're paying something that we're getting no value or the less value. When Ato Forson, Dr. Cassiel Ato Forson, Ato is forcing the finance minister, in fact, my next president of the country, or say, we and our dad, no. Sad time for high spending, low value, a term. Inflating prices of contracts a term if the passes have bill we are, and this bill will be passed, of course, it shall allow Parliament a NDC for Nadoson. And John Dramani Mahama, according to the finance minister, said, or no president, John Dramani Mahama, my president, your president, and Asumano. So we work. Value for money office bill by the finance minister Ato Forson to stop all the waste, the high spending, the overpricing, and the low delivery of things that the country need. Internet, Ghana, Ghana, maybe every for comments to comment section, I say now we are subscribing, like it, na shame on ya in the area. Edi no eba ko pe Maxi Billian, I will naked truth. Oldboga trends, macro. Bye bye.